Welcome back to Chasing the Target. A new day and a new exciting cover for what was expected because of the price tag. Pat Cummins is the new captain of the Sunrisers Hyderabad. And I mean, I don't think that'll change a lot of things because Sunrisers वैसे भी play रहा थोड़े बहुत चलना है. But yeah, apart from that, a few matches that have won by Mumbai beating Tamil Nadu today by innings defeat. And अभी I think currently RCB women's का match चल रहा है जहाँ पे UP Warriors need about 70 odd runs from sorry 52 of 24 and वहाँ पेशावर जल्द में पिंडे मिली हुई है. But yes, मतलब Pat Cummins, the new captain, Aiden Markram, despite winning this SAT20 and the Under-19 World Cup and all of those accolades, I mean, we saw this coming with what Pat Cummins did in the last year. But do you see this kind of and bringing any kind of a major difference in Sunrisers?
No, only two people will get a major difference. That is Glenn Phillips and Marco Jansen. For them, it's the biggest change. For anyone else, it's not really a big deal because Markram, he knows the team. He's played with these players in South Africa as well. Pat Cummins is a World Cup winning captain. I think more than anything, the reason why he's captain because he has led Australia to gold. And he might lead them again in the West Indies. So उस हिसाब से उसको बना दिए captain, which is completely fine. But the reason I said Glenn Phillips because now it gives him a chance in the team because Markram का भी पक्का नहीं है जगह because he's not captain. So if he doesn't perform with the bat, then Glenn Phillips will think. And then Marco Jansen, उसका अब थोड़ा सा dodgy दिख रहा because Pat Cummins, his captain, is going to play every game. Now, how I would look at it is that Pat Cummins, when he needs to be rested or when, you need to play a Marco Jansen, then he can be rested and Markram can take over. So I think they should have that flexibility मेरे हिसाब से कि, keep Markram as vice captain and when required he can play. But yeah, like you said, either way doesn't really make a difference. I know you've been wanting to talk about it for a long time that when about the captaincy, but if I look at it, it's okay either way. I'm okay with. There's not like a drastic change.
I think giving पैट कमिंस को कैप्टनसी देने का फायदा थोड़ा ये जैसा आप बोल रहे हैं मार्करम को निकाल सकते हैं अराउंड द टीम यू कैन देन नाउ you have that sort of leverage. If he's captain, then he's fixated. Now, how do you sort of play around that midfield? And if Klaassen wants to get replaced, you still have Glenn Phillips to replace him. Jansen can come in place of Markram. So you can still a little bit play around.
Travis is now Pat Cummins, who doesn't have the greatest IPL record, now has to play every game. Right? And he's going to be captain. He has to bowl 4 overs. He has to bat also. So it could take a toll on his thing. Whereas if he wasn't captain, you could rotate him with Jansen. Right? It's a like for like. Him and Jansen, I look at as like for like. I know, it's different. Pat Cummins is a World Cup winner, all that. But agar ab utility dekh rahe, Pat Cummins, what he's going to give you? He's going to give you 4 overs. And he's gonna, ideally in the death and with the new ball, and also with the bat comes and finishes it. Same thing with Jansen. I expect him runs with the bat also, and with the ball, new ball, old ball, jo bhi hai. So I think that is where the rotation will come in. But just because he's captain, that still doesn't mean he has to play every game. But he can. Apart from that, I don't think it's much of a.
Yeah, and what Ibrahim was saying, do you think Australia will allow Cummins to play full IPL if there is? I mean, that's where he has to be smart enough to be able to sit games like Mustafa was saying. I think he needs to take the call कि भाई अगर मेरा वर्ल्ड कप खेलना है और T20 का और अगर मेरे को उसमें भी परफॉर्मेंस देनी है तो maybe he needs to also pick and choose. He can obviously he has Markram there to take the leadership when and required. Usually players वैसा करते नहीं, but Australian players they have a sort of a different outlook to the game and they don't mind sitting out if they need to. Now it's upon Pat Cummins if he thinks his body is ready to take that much workload or not.
Now it comes to your point about the price tag. Will they allow him to go back to Australia? Once he's in Hyderabad, will the owners let him go?
That's usually what we see in IPL. Price tag puts a lot of pressure. Now, if there's nothing to play for, still I think he'll have to stay because 20 crores full, and you know how Indians like technically think is that हम इतना पैसा डालें तो definitely हम captain भी निकालेंगे, bowler भी और हमारे को batsman भी निकालने का है. So at that point also, I still think that I don't
सलमान
know.
खान तो खाली स्टेज पे नहीं, आफ्टर पार्टी में भी नचाएंगे, एक और के साथ भी
एग्जैक्टली,
नचाएंगे.
उसको उठा भी दिया उन्होंने. अनंत अंबानी तो उठाया नहीं की भी कोशिश करा उसको. So I think यही है कि भाई, I think when you play that
Maximize the
money in the
utility.
IPL, you have to like you would have given the captaincy. Even if you didn't give the captaincy, I think it won't. But ओवरऑल तो आपको खेलना पड़ेगा बिकॉज आपके साथ इतनी बड़ी प्राइस टैग जो जुड़ गई. Now, will this have an impact in the IPL? He's yet to show us an IPL level captaincy because he's not done it yet. He has played for the Knight Riders previously, जहाँ पे उतना उसका बॉल इफेक्टिव नहीं रहता ये टाइम इंडिया में because flatter wickets रहते. He doesn't get a lot of movement of the seam as well. So it's going to be interesting how he's be able to be an economical bowler for Sunrisers. First of all, in the first 2 overs, and then in the last 2 overs, he's bowling death overs.
What him and Travis Head will bring you, which was not there in the last IPL,
Mentality.
is that, when you get to the, they will get you towards a relaxed, calm, and then when you get to the playoffs, if you get to the, for them, the main objective is trying to get to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, they will attack and they will get you that winning mentality, that think, bhai, kaisa jeetna hai ye.
Yeah.
They're always
Yeah.
going to look at that. They might not take every game as seriously and try to win every single game. Ek aad they might try experiment whatever, but when it comes push to shove, you see, remember David Warner, it was 2020 right first when the IPL was in Dubai.
Yeah.
At that time Sunrisers needed to win 5 wins in a row. They needed five wins, and they had how many games? Five. So they had to
Five.
win the remaining games. They were losing up until then. David Warner switched on. There was injuries, whatever. He had like a certain kind of 11 that he wanted to play. He himself started scoring runs, and they qualified. So that's what they do. When push comes to shove, these guys know how to qualify. And then they might not give you everything the whole tournament. They might not be the orange cap or purple cap, but जीतना आता है उन लोगों को.
Yeah, that's what it is. Mentality आएंगे, and hopefully ये अभिषेक शर्मा जैसे प्लेयरों के साथ ट्रैवल हेड जब खेलेगा, he probably learns a bit or two of this. And वही है कि भाई with Pat Cummins as the leadership, maybe that might bring a mentality and a way of how to go about a game कि भाई आप कैसा गेम को approach करो. But necessarily, I don't know if it'll translate into victories upfront कि भाई एकदम Pat Cummins आते कि जीतेंगे नहीं. Prathina भाई से but like the moment it took him, whether they made him captain or not batting, bowling chhod do, they wanted the leadership and confidence into a younger group. So yeah, 100%. I mean, that's what he'll bring. Obviously, the amount of World Cups he's won and stuff. But with a team like Sunrisers, it's very hard to stamp. Like Markram also, when he became the leader, he still had an under-19 World Cup, right? And he had an SCT20, so he had something to show for. But that's always not going to reflect because the team also that he has is relatively inexperienced as a Sunrisers team. So it's going to be important
Also,
to
it
see.
depends on how much hold he has also. I don't think Markram had 100% hold on team selection because उसको जब पूछे थे टॉस पे उमरान क्यों नहीं खेल रहा, उसको बोला
Yeah.
मेरे को खुद नहीं मालूम.
Hmm.
So it depends on how much hold you have. Like David Warner relatively had a very strong hold for 4-5 years. That's why आपकी टीम हर वक्त प्लेऑफ में आ रही थी या सेमीफाइनल फाइनल पहुंच रही थी. यहाँ पे अगर you see in Punjab the management gets involved, the owners get involved, team selection. Sikandar Raza is playing one day, he's not playing the other day. Sam Curran is captaining one day, the other day he's not in the 11. Rabada is playing, not playing. So it all depends on how much hold the captain has and how much inputs he's allowed to put. IPL is different to international cricket. Like it's more of a corporate kind of thing. You have bosses that you have to listen to. You might not even have a choice.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen that with even Sunrisers in the past. कि भाई sometimes captains just don't know what they're doing, and they don't know which team they've been given. And again, Umran Malik ka situation, and with this Sunrisers team also, like again, you've got good decent side. अगर अब Travis Head चल गया आपका, Henrik Klaasen चल गया आपका, these two will be very effective for Sunrisers in making us win the games altogether. Like if Travis Head is starting and there till like the 8th or 7th over, and then Klaasen, is there till the end and smashing the net, that'll probably be a winning recipe. But they have to sort of come up with the process, and yeah, it's how they take it like through from the first ball of the IPL this year. The Sunrise really needs to think because they're not spoiled for, they are spoiled for choices, but also it's hard to balance the team with like just these foreign players. You need to also the Indian players have to step
But
up.
even if you see the Indian players, right? Yeah, if you see the Indian players, you have Mayank Agarwal, who's played the IPL, who is very experienced, who used to, get Punjab off to great starts. He was in the race for the orange cap also. You've got Abhishek Sharma, who gives you that left-handed, explosiveness. He has the ability. You got Rahul Tripathi. How many IPLs has he played? And he can, batting one down, unhe phod sakta hai. He can like smash it to all parts. You have Washington Sundar, who will give you with 4 overs, and then with the bat he can provide also. You've got Umran Malik, speed, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, experience, Natarajan. It just depends on their fitness and their form. That's the main thing. If you look at it, I would take this team over any team, man, in terms of, and then you mix that with the foreign players. Sometimes you just need two players to win you a game, and there you go. Like Travis said, Pat Cummins will win you the game. So I think that's where it is. They have a very good balance. Yes, they don't have a Virat Kohli. They don't have a Rohit Sharma, Indian kind
Which
of.
might be good also. I think that sometimes these
But
are
the
good.
Indian players are pretty decent. अब देखो first उनमें कौन है यार गुजरात की जो टीम है राहुल तिवारी आके मार दे रहा साई किशोर कौन है who's the Sai Sudarshan? Now you tell me, you didn't know who Sai Sudarshan was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? You knew who Tripathi was, Mayank Agarwal were, so you would have taken them. So if you look at it, like it's just that they haven't stepped up. They need these players to step up. They're actually good players, but they have to step up to the mark.
Now I think I don't think Travis Head will play. It's a toss-up between Phillips, Hasaranga, and Janssen.
Look, I think initially, again, it depends on his form and everything, but I think initially he will play because he just gives you that stability of the order. You were losing early wickets. Power play mein har match mein you were losing a wicket. You tried Harry Brook there. You've tried Abhishek Sharma there, Mayank Agarwal, even Rahul Tripathi. I think is open.
And again, you would want someone like a Travis Head who will give you the David Warner vibes up front, right? Who can get you a quick 30, 40 runs to boost your momentum, and then from there you
also like
after one down.
And Phillips, it's hard to drop Phillips also, but maybe you replace somebody in the middle order with like a Klaasen or a thing, depending on form. I think initially Phillips might need to be benched and then they go, but I don't mind it. If Phillips plays, I'll take it. Like, and Travis Head doesn't play, it's not a big deal for me, but I don't know how they will look at it because they paid a lot of money and he's a World Cup winner, so I don't know how, but I don't mind either of these guys play. It's just for them to try and get the right thing, and that's the thing. Sometimes when you have so many foreign players, it becomes a bit difficult to get to 11. But I think it's a positive because अगर आप देखो इतना लंबा tournament है, availability issues भी आएंगे. There's going to be a time maybe Travis Head is not available in the playoffs. Then you have to use the Phillips. So then you have to rotate the team that way. I'm not saying change every single game, but horses for courses. Look at the conditions, look at the opposition. उस हिसाब से आप अपने tactics बनाओ.
Yeah, and also all of your potentially all of our except probably Henry Klaasen, everybody is like an all-rounder. You've got Markram who can bowl and bat. You've got Glenn Phillips who can bowl and bat. You've got again Cummins can bowl and bat. You've got Hasaranga who can bowl and bat. So you've got and Janssen again who can bowl and bat. So it's a very good choice of selection. And I think when you said Virat Kohli ऐसा level, कभी-कभी अच्छा भी है कि इतना बड़ा भी player नहीं है जो एकदम club को hesitant है कि भाई इसको खिलाओ. Like Pat Cummins is still there. I know he's probably the only one because of 20 crore, but again, other people they can afford to sit. It's not like.
But again, आप foreign player भी उठा लो, right? Glenn Phillips, probably one of the best T20 players for New Zealand. Markram and Janssen, one of the best for South Africa in the limited overs, along with Quinton de Kock. And then who else? Klaasen, he's the best T20 player in the last 2 years that I've seen. I haven't seen a better player than him. And then you've got Hasaranga, probably the top for Sri Lanka. So you have top quality foreign players. ऐसा नहीं है कि it's just that performance then right. Sometimes in a team like Gujarat, I don't understand how they always make finals and everything. Is beyond my comprehension because when I see them on paper, I see weaknesses. I see holes in that team. I see they lack a finisher, they lack a faster bowler, they lack thing. But then they have two incredible spinners, who win them games. Shubman Gill starts scoring loads of runs. You got Tivatia comes out of nowhere. So you know
exactly. वही बोलने वाला था कि मैं गुजरात के लिए क्या सबसे बड़ी चीज है कि someone or the other will step up and make a Matthew Wade, Ridhiman Saha. ये लोग आपको पूरे आसाल है, but वो जब मैच विनिंग सिचुएशन ऐसा आते हैं जहाँ पे
कोई not explainable, right? अगर imagine we had Matthew Wade and Saha, right? We had Matthew Wade and Saha instead of let's say Abhishek Sharma and Mayank Agarwal. You'd be confident going into the season.
No, I would, but that's what I'm saying. That's the reason. ये वाले जो अपने को पूरा लास्ट सीजन मयंक अग्रवाल से एक एक्सपेक्टेशन थी कि एक एक तो भी देगा यार, राहुल त्रिपाठी से एक त्रिपाठी से तो आप एक्सपेक्ट भी कर सकते हैं क्योंकि लास्ट ईयर उन्होंने T20 खेले भी इंडिया के लिए। तो
हाँ
वही है कि इन मोमेंट्स जब आपको जरूरत है एक आध इंडियन की परफॉर्मेंस या एक आध ऐसा आउट ऑफ द पॉप परफॉर्मेंस, वो सनराइजर्स के लिए नहीं आ रहा था लास्ट सीजन। तो अभिषेक शर्मा प्रॉब्ली गेव अस वन, ग्लेन फिलिप्स गेव अस लाइक वन प्रॉब्ली 35-40 जो याद है मेरे को। उसके बाद कोई स्टेप अप नहीं कर पा रहा था, कोई मोड ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन नहीं था। फॉर गुजरात आप देखो, शुभमन वाज लाइक अ गुड इंस्पिरेशन, ही वाज स्मैशिंग एवरी गेम सॉर्ट
but,
ऑफ।
but like you're saying inspiration, but what does that mean? Like explain to me, like why, how come
Basically,
you don't have
you can
inspiration?
like क्या someone who's stepping up, you're seeing everyone, आपको भी थोड़ा एक extra responsibility है जो सनराइजर्स में नहीं आ रही थी। Like let's say David
क्लासन हर
Warner।
मैच में मार रहा था, फैज उन्हें तो इंस्पायर कर रहा था, हर मैच में मार रहा था क्लासन, हर
Yeah,
मैच में उसकी लाइक ऑलमोस्ट हंड्रेड्स भी आ रहे थे, लाइक एवरी मैच इज हिटिंग।
yeah.
बट लाइक I'm not saying you're wrong, but what you're trying to say is right. I agree with that. We can't explain it like
जिम्मेदारी क्या, वो
this.
रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी एकदम आप फील करते हैं प्लेयर कि भाई हम भी स्टेप अप करना है। लाइक अभिषेक शर्मा एट टाइम्स ट्राइड अ लॉट, बट या क्लासन वाज ब्रिंगिंग
Harry
इट।
Brook also at 100, but basically जो आपके players थे, they didn't
या
contribute, they didn't have the form, and now why they didn't have the form, I don't have a reason, I don't have the reasoning for that. Like it's very difficult for me to look at it, because they are top players. If I look at the Sunrisers team, I would still take that team
हाउ
in my top.
how do you feel about Dale Steyn stepping down and bringing him James Franklin as the bowling coach?
Yeah, I don't know like what the scene is in
I
that, like
remember James Franklin is from New Zealand or England? New Zealand, right? Or England?
yeah, but like I mean under Dale Steyn, we had Umran Malik and stuff like that, but like I don't know what his him and Murli's role is exactly, man, because Murli Tarun was also there, Steyn was also
अभी
there.
तक है। Yeah.
I don't know exactly what the role was, but yeah, look, Dale Steyn as a coach, I don't know. Like, of course, you would like him to be there because he understands the game and everything.
And you
James
know the
Franklin is
franchise.
not is probably inferior to Steyn, but maybe he'll provide better tactics. We don't know.
No
Sometimes,
idea.
क्या होता है मालूम, if you get somebody who is like top class player, doesn't mean he's going to be the best coach. Or like maybe the
Yeah.
players become
Yeah.
a bit uncomfortable because his expectations are high. When you get someone maybe lower level, his tactics might be genius. Like, for
Example,
example,
Ricky Ponting.
yeah, no, even what's his name? Yeah, if you see Tom Moody, he's an outstanding coach, mediocre
Yeah.
player. Fleming, I mean, he was a good player, but yeah, like he's even better coach. So it just
Yeah.
depends on the personality. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, but yeah, वही था कि थोड़ा शॉकिंग था कि डेल स्टेन knowing the franchise, being there with the franchise since like a couple of years, एकदम से जेम्स फ्रैंकलिन आ गया सीन में। बट या ऐसे प्रतिमा भाई सर मेरे ख्याल से अब तक विटोरी डिसाइड भी कर लिया होगा 11। रियली होप दे कम विद क्लैरिटी एंड हैव अ स्टेबल एंड दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आई थिंक क्लैरिटी, गेम प्लान, ये चीज़ें सनराइजर्स के बाद यूजुअली दे लुक वेरी ऐसा दिखते कि भाई दे डोंट नो व्हाट्स गोइंग ऑन एंड सिचुएशन रीड नहीं कर पाते, हाउ टू फिनिश ऑफ अ गेम और किल ऑफ अ गेम और कैरी ऑन दैट मोमेंटम दैट दे कैच। अर्ली विकेट्स आते फिर आप कैसा किल करो, फील्डिंग आप थोड़ा स्लॉपी हो जाते, आप रन थोड़े लीक करना शुरू कर दे। उमरान मलिक गिव्स 25। तो ये चीज आई थिंक व्हाट प्रतिमा वाज सेइंग इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि दे कम रेडी एंड दे कम विद अ गेम प्लान एटलीस्ट कि भाई हाँ भाई ये चीज करेंगे, नहीं चला ओके, बट यूजुअली दे लुक लॉस्ट। लाइक मयंक कुछ कर दे रहा, अभिषेक कुछ कर दे रहा, इन्हें कुछ कर दे रहा, उन्हें फेंक जा रहा। तो बहुत
और
एंड
बॉलिंग का भी मेरे को थोड़ा सा इशू वहीं पे होगा, बिकॉज अबूवी का क्या, ही बोल्ड वेल इन रणजी ट्रॉफी, मगर उसका क्या फिटनेस है, कैसे लेंस लाइंस डाल रहा है, नटराजन का क्या फिटनेस लेवल है, पैट कमिंस का आईपीएल में कौन से लाइंस लेंस उन्हें हिट करने वाला है, विल इट बी इफेक्टिव। देन आपके स्पिनर मार्कंडे वाज प्रीटी गुड लास्ट टाइम अराउंड, बट इफ ही प्लेज विल ही बी एबल टू पिक अप विकेट्स इन द मिडिल ओवर्स, विल द डेथ ओवर में कौन संभालेगा आपका, विल उमरान मालिक बी एबल टू कम बैक इनटू फॉर्म? Because I felt at one time 2 years ago when we had Nicholas Puran, these guys, Umran Malik was on fire, man. I thought we'll make the playoffs that year. Now it depends on the bowling as well a lot. Batting, I'm okay with it. Again, it depends on form. I'm confident in the batting. With the bowling, I'm not sure what to expect. You have the names there, but I don't know what the forms levels are again, right? We don't know exactly. And Bhuvi, this is the same name who won us the tournament in 2016, but of course there's going to be a decline in performance.
But the way he's been bowling recently, I think थोड़े बहुत उम्मीदा तो जग गई उससे, but yeah, I mean you don't know the form.
But is that good enough to win a championship?
Injury prone, Natarajan है काफी injury prone है, and then you got.
But is Bhuvi like his? Do you think he's good enough to win you a championship? Will he come in and just give 8 runs in 2 overs like he used to do in 2016, 2015, 2017 when he used to get the
last year a couple of overs he did give us against Gujarat Titans. He had a fantastic fiver. So I think think, I mean, there's always a possibility with a bowler with that level of experience that he knows how to bowl on these Indian pitches, and he's played the whole. So yeah, I mean, I know where you're coming from. It's just like you gotta have to believe, and then you just have to leave it like that.
Yeah,
But
like we're both not sure. That means we're not
exactly,
like.
exactly. Yeah, yeah. It could go iffy or that, but yeah, at least that you have a confidence. That Bhuvaneshwar can win you a game. It's not like he can't. Pradinav by saying relax, saying a lot of personal reasons. Frank was just in for this season
I
apparently.
didn't know that.
Oh, but like this personal reasons तो सब ले ले रहे विराट भाई के बाद सब personal reasons में
No,
घुस
I
जा
didn't
रहे
know that. If that's the case, then fine. Then it's not like
हैं. It's
a
like
big.
yeah, well, I mean,
Because
obviously,
the
if it
update
proves to
that
be
I
a good
read,
one, then it'll be like funny.
the update that I read, it just said he's replacing Steen. I didn't see the personal reason part. So
Yeah.
good, you told me that. Then it's not a big deal. What can you do?
Gujarat have Spencer Johnson to fill the fast. Yeah, Gujarat picked up Spencer Johnson for 10 crores, right? Like to fill out there. And Shami being out for Gujarat also a very big problem. Like unki ankle injury hai. So they're going to also have a little bit issues. And already with the gap of Hardik Pandya in that middle order. I mean,
Mumbai ka Raja Hardik Pandya is coming back, man. Finally, we're gonna see him in a couple of
yeah, उन्हें
weeks.
तो full फिर रहा है यार उधर अम्बानी की शादी में तो मौत डाल दे रहा उन्हें but yeah I mean they've got Spencer Johnson and then मोहम्मद शमी तो नहीं अब इनका इंडियन फास्ट बॉलर को मोहित शर्मा ही था लास्ट टाइम जो क्रेजी डाल रहा था so maybe they go
Yeah,
with मोहित
again,
शर्मा
it's
there.
how do you fill the void of Hardik Pandya, the
Yeah,
captain, the bowler, the batter, the fielder? How do you fill that void? That is going to be the biggest thing. I mean, you can do it with 2, 3 players. They still have very talented players. Like I would say their spin department is the best in the tournament. Rashid
yeah,
and Noor.
Noor, yeah,
You got Shubman Gill, sublime batter. Now, how will captaincy affect him?
yeah,
That is a question that I have as well. But he can, like Shami also not being there, like you said, there is a lot of thing. But again,
yeah.
with Gujarat, you never know. कोई Spencer Johnson आके सात विकेट ले रहा तो कोई रोक नहीं सकता उसको. We don't know what these guys what they
And I
do.
think if I'm
Predictable.
not
I
wrong,
know I will not put them in my top four. And
yeah.
again, I won't be surprised if I'm wrong because you don't know with this kind of team.
And
Tiwatia coming.
they've got Shah Rukh Khan, I think, also from Punjab, who's probably out to prove that he still has like last season was
Yeah,
tremendous for him.
and I think he was like even in domestic circuit. Honestly, Shah Rukh Khan's numbers have gone down.
Yeah.
You remember in
Vijay
2 years ago?
Shankar, Vijay Shankar was last year's
Yeah,
surprise.
2, 3 years ago. There you go. This is what I'm saying. Like that is inexplicable. Vijay Shankar, हमारे पास उन्हें 10 रन से
क्या
ज्यादा
कर
नहीं
रहा
मारा.
था
Now, how do you explain that? Like you're saying that उन्हें शुभमन गिल को दिख के मारा. मेरे हिसाब से I don't understand it still. Like whatever you're saying, मेरे को तो समझ में नहीं आता कि
नहीं
उन्हें
नहीं मेरा वो वैसा है कि भाई जब अब लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अब मैं समझ विराट कोहली जो वर्ल्ड कप में मार रहा था उसके अतराफ में कोई जब नहीं मारे जब ही वाज लाइक समवन दैट यू कुड अरे भाई विराट भाई मारे कम से कम responsibility खुद ब खुद then you saw Shreyas Iyer coming up KL Rahul coming up like people were taking like थोड़ा
Well,
बहुत
that is fine. What you're saying
that's
is
what
fine.
I'm saying
They
yeah.
can apply to Vijay Shankar like
Or
smashing
it's
and
like the management how they feel about the management or
no,
something
like
like
over there, bro. You had David Warner, Bresto smashing it. Vijay Shankar Ake
that.
he used to, bro. They used to get you 50 in 3 overs. What more inspiration do you want? When he used to come into bat, Vijay Shankar, Sunrisers were 50 for 0 or 50 for 1 in 3 overs. उन्हें क्या करता था 40 बॉल खेल के मनीष पांडे के साथ पूरा
Yeah.
गेम फेंक
Hanuma
देता था.
Bihari कौन के
Like we
थे
used to get screwed. So like again, these things I don't know what the exact
again
reason is.
Ridhima Sahal another example for us Ridhima
Huh?
Sahal was not that great for us
I mean,
Ridhima
he still like he did well
he
with
did
Warner.
well last season
Yeah, when he was
season
even when we was opening with David Warner, it was a very good opening partnership at times. So that's fine. But yeah, some certain things are hard to explain in the IPL. Man. I don't know, like कहाँ से आके मार देते हैं उन लोग.
yeah Mumbai won today but like they beat Tamil Nadu by an innings and yeah credit to Shardul Thakur the way he performed 102 wicket hauls in both the innings that they bowled. So he was the man of the match, and now they're just waiting for Vidarbha. Vidarbha is up right now. They're in the
Yeah, what a
driver's
comeback, man! They're putting you guys under pressure now. Like they have like three. It's still, I think, good contest because Madhya Pradesh still have a very good batting lineup. You guys have the guy scored like 190 in the first innings. The guy who's opening.
Himanshu.
Uh,
Yeah, Himanshu.
Yeah, so like उन्हें है but अभी I think it's a 4 day match, right? Like तो कल ही
Yeah.
result मालूम हो जाएगा आपको.
Most likely तो ऐसे ही दिख रहा कि like maybe Vidarbha will go through because they are in
I
upper
mean,
seat.
honestly, like you never know because yesterday I was thinking you guys will win and reach the final because 200 for 5, get a lead and get them all out. But yes, now the Vidarbha have turned it.
Finally, we found Karun Nair back, man. Like Karun Nair दिख रहा है ये team. He's there, right? Like
Karun
Karun Nair
Nair,
बहुत ज़्यादा 300 के बाद दिखा इसने बेचारा, but finally we get to see Karun Nair. Tejas bhai is here. He's saying hello to you, and yeah, Tejas bhai.
What's up?
enjoying the WPL. I think
अगर
RCB जीत गए.
जमाल मार दे रहा है यार.
हाँ आमिर जमाल राइट अच्छा मारा था उन्हें.
But they need 72 and 24. RCB won, huh? Smithy
Yeah,
Mandana
that's
80 runs.
yeah.
Good, good. RCB is doing well.
But yeah, for Gujarat, it's been a very bad tournament, WPL. They haven't got off yet. So I think it doesn't make a difference. UP in la. I think अब खत्म ही हो गया. I think Gujarat का campaign maybe one way or the other because they played what 4 or 5 matches. So एक आध दो और losses and finish. It's like the Lahore Qalandar situation for them.
Yeah. Lahore Qalandars are also out. Karachi also taking a deep dive. They would look like they could have been top four, but they're losing games on the trot. Now Islamabad is picking up fire, so it looks like they and Peshawar will probably make the third and fourth.
Yeah.
अभी है शायद थोड़े दिन तो things can still change, but लाहौर के लिए तो बहुत मुश्किल हो गया. I don't think they'll be able to qualify.
Yeah, उनके लिए तो बहुत ही मुश्किल है. Like they need to win 3 and then I don't think anything miracles will help them, but देखना पड़ेगा क्या होता. But yeah, I mean Mumbai winning now it will be an interesting Ranji final. But for Sunriser, like yeah, I mean this was coming. Pat Cummins का जो भी captaincy announcement था, I mean price tag देखेंगे traditionally जो अपन IPL में देखते आए हैं and what was expected कि वर्ल्ड कप जीता है कैप्टन WTC की जीता हुआ. And I'm pretty sure मार्करम भी कहीं ना कहीं बोला हटा भाई मैं अपनी बैटिंग और फील्डिंग में फोकस कर लेता हूँ भगन भगड़ो ये क्या कर लेते कैप्टेंसी करके.
या वो तुम देखे वो टाटा पंच जो गाड़ी है उसकी फोड़ दी विंडो ने.
कौन?
Elisa Perry smashed it and the wind
Yeah.
like the window that's because she broke the glass of the car.
वाकई पंच
That car is
वाकई.
not that's crazy, man. Like she what a player, man. Incredible. She's the only person to score a goal and score
And
runs for Australia World Cups, man.
yeah, he played
Crazy.
yes, crazy. But yeah, I mean अभी भी कोई का 3 दिन है बाकी इंडिया इंग्लैंड को. We're still waiting for any updates on the pitch and stuff. अभी तक तो वहाँ सर्दी दबा के हो रही. But it's been a very long, like it looks like a very long break. These two tests and then the break, two tests and then the break. It's just agonizing. के
Yeah.
भाई अब I mean फिर भी
Yeah,
it,
I saw people were taking Michael Vaughan's comments very like they were very upset because he said he Shoaib Bashir is the next Ashwin. He's an outstanding spinner, this and that. But I listened to the podcast. He was saying it tongue in cheek. He didn't say it like that. Like he was not serious about it. उन्हें कैसा करता मालूम? He'll say, yeah, what an incredible week it was for England. Like, we pass balled it and stuff, but then we didn't get that. He was being sarcastic, like tongue in cheek and stuff. And then when he gets serious, then he does analyze the game well. So I think हम लोग
उंगली बात नहीं बोलते ना हैदराबाद में उंगली उंगली करके छोड़
So
देंगे.
also the quote is taken, right? Like, so if you listen to him, the quote is
Yeah.
exact. The quote is not wrong. And the quote shows like he's being serious. But if you listen to him, watch the video, then you see that he's just chilling. Like, he's not like it's tongue in cheek. I saw even Michael, what's his name? Michael Atherton and Nasur Hussain were discussing. Atherton, I think, was in Delhi and then he was going to Dharamshala saying it is cold over there, but hopefully the weather will get better. And they were basically saying like, they got Joe Root on the show, so you should watch that if you haven't seen. Everybody should watch that. And they were talking to him about his mindset, and they asked him also like, with your batting, you got so much pressure for playing that reverse sweep. Did that change your play or what was it? He's like, listen, I try not to read as much as you guys talk, like as much as Nasser writes and stuff. And but he's like, I do agree with what Nasser Hussain says, what you guys say and everything. But I don't read. Like my main goal is to get runs, and sometimes I will make mistakes. But again, like I take it one ball by ball. Like I don't try to get into that thing. I was not upset or anything like that. I was just going through a bad form. I wanted to do well for my team, but still my runs didn't. He said the whole time I didn't contribute enough in this series, and he spoke very well. So you should watch that. The way he explained it, and those guys are top class experts as well. And I mean the way they speak and stuff. They asked him the right questions, and it was a good interview.
Nice. I mean, yeah, if you're as long as you're realistic with your situation and like true to yourself. And again, as Joe Root has been against India, maybe he doesn't feel like time to ज़्यादा करा. But if it was 2-2, it would have been a different mahol, right? Of the thing, since it's 3-1 right now, ठंडे हो गए. People are shifting to the IPL. People are thinking about the money wedding. But if this was like a 2-2 situation right now, going into Dharamshala, people would be like glued. Right?
But the thing is, again, for the WTC points, you'll have to try and win whichever team you're in. But I agree. Like because that's maybe you'll see Rohit Sharma play because of that or whatever. But I agree that as a series, like for the audience, it's thoda thanda to pad gaya. Like it would have been much better if it was going 2-2. But then you'll have other problems. People will be like criticizing Rohit Sharma, this and that. So at least you can't have everything in life. At least from an Indian point of view, everything is going in the right direction. You have youngsters stepping up. Aake on look, they've done well. Look, not everyone will get success. Patidar, I read a very good article on him saying that the reason they should stick with him is because they of his persistence, the way they scored the runs, and it's not like every guy will be able to score on debut like Sarfaraz did, or it was good that these guys stepped up and won India. The game Jurel, the way he played also was
Yeah.
incredible. I think those are some big positives for
I think
India.
it's just like some people are slow starters, some people are fast starters. Like Sarfaraz had an impactful knock, and then again you see the next two innings he didn't do that well.
Yeah.
Patidar consistently back to back to back. He hasn't had the best thing, but as a fielder he's done decent. I think he's taken good catches and he's been disciplined. Like अच्छा खासा field में all the position that he's uh, placed at उन्हें अच्छा खासा कर लिया. So I mean there's one more way to look at a positive, but yeah, just
Yeah,
want
and that's where, as a team sport, that's what Rohit Sharma did. They covered for those gaps. जब उन्हें
yeah.
run नहीं मारा था, कोई और आके मार दिया, and like that's how the team should be, right? If I'm not
Yeah,
scoring runs, you should score on my behalf.
yeah,
Like you should cover
yeah.
me so that my mistakes are hidden. At the end of the day, it's not an individual; it's a team sport. So that's exactly what they did. कि अगर ठीक है कोई fail करा, उसका makeup हो गया. अब जैसे Sarfaraz failed in the last innings along with Patidar, but then Shubman Gill stepped up with Jurel. They scored runs. So that's how it should be. And overall, I think they will be very confident going into that fifth test, and I'm sure the Indian team is also now very happy with that result, and they'll also be looking to win this test match and then look forward to T20 cricket, because pura abhi more change hoga. It'll be a whole everything will focus on T20 cricket in the next 4 months, 5 months, until end of June, July. That will be the focus. So you have one more test, you play 5 days, uske baad 3 days, 4 days, and then your whole focus will be in T20 white ball cricket. How are you going to plan for that? Jasprit Bumrah, you think he'll play?
I mean, ideally, I wouldn't want him to play, but bringing him back into the team as the vice captain again, I think he'll play like that, and they'll rest Siraj maybe. Like
Doesn't
they'll
make
switch.
sense though, right?
It doesn't make sense, but like maybe WTC ka bahana hai,
Because
but
you
they'll
won, but you won without him. You won
yeah,
without him.
I mean, I don't know. Like, just if they didn't bring him back and they just said कि भाई उसको relax करने दे रहे, anyway, people would have understood. But bringing him back into the squad, like, it doesn't make sense. Like, that makes sense. Only the way I can make sense out of it is that they'll probably give him the spot and rest Siraj, and they'll play Akashdeep as well. Akashdeep and or maybe they might go with 3 or 4 fast bowler. Even like based on the pitch first. पहले पिच तो देखना पड़ेगा. Like turn, I don't know उधर होगा नहीं होगा इतना ज्यादा. Because of the nature of that pitch, generally it's bouncy wicket. थोड़ा बहुत घास दिखता अपने को. So maybe they might even go with 3 fast bowlers. Never know.
Yeah, like I still wouldn't play him. I just feel that you have a big
Yeah, yeah,
three
100%.
ahead, so like you just let him
I think
rest. Like
World Cup has to be the priority now. After losing the 50 over World Cup, अगर आप इसके बाद भी आप prioritize नहीं कर रहे उसको बुमराह को बोल रहा हूँ मैं fitness of everybody. Even Rohit Sharma shouldn't play. I won't mind if he doesn't play because भाई आप already इतना करते everyday life में अब आप whatever event you're at, then you've got back to back traveling, then you've got Dharamshala. That's also playing in that level of height. Oxygen level वैसे आपके light है तो it takes more of a toll on you fielding in those conditions, and then आप रिकुपरेट होके क्या 7 to 12 होगा. 12 के बाद 6 दिन में आपका आईपीएल शुरू है 7
yeah,
8.
look, ideally you want your players to play every international match, right? Whether it's a
Yeah,
dead rubber or not. Magar, if I am the coach, if I'm Rahul Dravid, next 2 months मेरे हाथ में नहीं है उसका workload management. No matter how much the BCCI says we will monitor this and that, कोई control तो नहीं रहता. It's all up to the
yeah,
IPL franchise.
yeah,
मेरे control में क्या है? How I can manage his workload for India. Yes,
yeah,
it's unfortunate. Like yes, a club is given preference and whatever. Like you can say if they're not giving international cricket priority, whatever it is. But what is my? I have to face the reality that the IPL is as important as the World Cup for a player. So now
mm,
that I don't have control over, but I have control over the international. I need him every game in the World Cup. So if I need him
yeah,
every game in the World Cup, I give him 5 days rest here. Although it might not make any difference, he might be go through this, pick up 7 wickets, be fresh, go into the IPL, and then IPL he can get injured. That won't be
yeah. I
related.
mean, yeah, but still, like it's always good to take precaution, right? Uh, but yeah, you never know. Anytime anyone can get like as simple as running up and twisting your ankle and breaking your ligament like a Hardik Pandya. So you never know when what injury can be. But just traditionally, we know that he's been overworked and lower back is an issue where you do need a like ideal rest for that. So I mean, I'm pretty sure they know what they're doing. but hopefully, like everything goes well until the World Cup and beyond the World Cup also. Bangladesh and Sri Lanka's match is very close today. They lost by 3 runs, Bangladesh. Charita Salanka and Samara Vikrama, again, these two guys' partnership, even the Asia Cup, if you remember, they smashed it. They've
Yeah.
been very consistent, particularly like Samara Vikrama has been good for Bangladesh. Again,
Who's
it's
Baker Ali?
huh?
Who's
J.K. Ali
Baker?
is from that BPL, Bangladesh Premier League. He's from that team, Victorian Rangas or something like that, if I'm not wrong. Like he was consistent. Like he didn't make a very big impact, but he was consistent throughout the BPL.
Victorian, what did you say?
Victorian Rangas or something like that. I think
Kumilla Victorian.
something I don't know, I forgot Victorian something with R
Hmm.
or something. I'm not sure. Like play. I saw one innings like 40 or something that he smashed.
He's a
So I
keeper, right?
yeah, like he vaguely I remember like him, but yeah, he performed well today as well. But yeah, it was a good comeback from them. I think Mahmudullah and him had a good partnership, and yeah, almost target hit 10 of 4, 5 of 3 or 5 of 4 tha, and then उसके बाद हाथ लग गए.
Yeah.
Uh,
Nitin
so
going 14 runs and over. He's a different bowler under Dhoni.
yeah, that was what I was like. Now it's going to be fun. And it's going to be fun to see यार धोनी last IPL अब कैसा उन्हें खेलने वाला है क्या करने वाला है. I mean, he looks fit. I mean, whatever wedding photos are coming out, he looks fit and he looks like more thing. It was fun, like him, Rohit Sharma, everybody caught up. It's getting more interesting like day by day. Now that this because this is like ठंडा जैसा बोल रहा हूँ ठंडा पड़ गया ये इंडिया इंग्लैंड आईपीएल के बारे में सोच के अब वो हो रहा कि भाई अब क्या होता क्या नहीं होता.
Yeah, everyone will look forward to it. Ads bads भी शुरू हो गए and everything shootings चल रहे तो like all focus will shift in a few. I think it's already
Next week.
shifted. It will
Yeah.
shift more after the test match is done because then we have that like a week gap. Then everyone will be
Unless the
talking.
weather doesn't like if the weather doesn't allow a match, then I think that's better than anything. Just draw it and give both the teams the point and khalas.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, like, it depends on the weather as well. Yeah, let's see how like it looks very cold there, but hopefully March gets a bit warmer.
Yeah, hopefully, and yeah, we'll. I think that pretty much wraps up today's whatever they because Mumbai won in today, leading to the final. Now we're waiting for Vidarbha and Madhya Pradesh. उधर से कौन निकल के आता देखना. PSL में I think 44 of 10 or something that Islamabad need, Peshawar Zalmi need.
Out
Uh,
of I hit like 80 or 40.
yeah, Amir Jamal smashed it. Huh?
Yeah, he batted really well. But it was
And the
Honing
late
Shah, his brother, Nisita. दोनों जो
Naseem
bowling करे power play में. I mean, Honing Shah looks amazing, bro. He's even
Khan.
better than Ubay Shah in my opinion. He's older to him, I think, but he is amazing, man. That guy, Naseem's younger brother. He picked up a couple of wickets in the power play. Naseem picked up a wicket, so it was very very good start with the bat. Shadab, man, I watched his innings today, full innings. Very good, responsible innings. He came when they were like 20 for 2 or something. He built that partnership first with Salman Agha, then with was it Cox, I think, and then he got out at the end, but he batted really well. And Azam Khan भी आके फोड़ दिया था end में, so it was a very good.
उन्हें बहुत मार रहा है और आजम खान एंड में आके ही smashing it completely.
Bro, there's 160 hit fast straight time, like just he just lifted the bat straight, dead straight like that. It was in the slot, half volley, but the way he lifted it, it was crazy, man. This guy is super
He's
talented.
like
He's exciting
he's
so
like
much.
Bowser and Mario Putenes, huh?
Yeah,
Power
yeah,
बहुत है उसका. Him and Naseem have a lot of like good moments on the pitch. Naseem आके इसको दबा लेते रहता है, कुछ तो भी कर लेते रहता है. So yeah,
yeah.
it's all good fun. But yeah, biggest news of the day for us at least, Hyderabadi fans, is that Pat Cummins is our new ustad or Ismail Bhai of our Sunrisers team. So we're hoping like he manages to get some kind of momentum going as soon as he starts. And yeah, I mean, क्या 18 दिन बाकी है IPL को, so hopefully we get there as soon as we do. And yeah, next all eyes probably on Dharamshala for now. Till then, like thank you everyone who joined us. We'll come back very soon and with more content, with shorts and everything regularly because obviously IPL आ रहा है तो वो सब तो बना नहीं है. And yeah, everybody else, till then subscribe करिए, like करिए, chase करिए. Thank you so much everybody.